So, hi guys, welcome to my channel. I know I'm making a video after so long time, but again, I'm coming with a quality content, guys. I just faced one interview, and on those interview, this question were asked to me. So, keeping that in mind, now I'm just solving those question here. Basically, guys, this will be on epics. So, what's the question? Let me show you. Epics trigger first. I need to write. Okay, account. Mm, and it should be on account object. This is my epics trigger. Now, guys, basically, what what we need to do here is something like this. Count will increase whenever account name is changed. So guys, basically whenever my account name is changed, there should be one certain field of count for counting, and that should increment. Assume that, for example, I keep my account name as, okay, name, I keep it as test, okay. Later on, after that, I updated this. Updated. Now, when I keep the test, the count is count field is 0. Certainly, now I just change my account name. Maybe probably test instead of test. I keep this one as uh, test 123. So it should increment to 1. Similarly, again, I just follow these two steps again. If my account name again changes, the count will increment. Okay, this time it will increment to 2. Okay, assume that this time I just keeping test 2. This is the name I gave to my account, so it will change to 2. Okay, so let do in this apex code, apex trigger. First thing, guys, as I just shown you how to create apex trigger, I hope you all already know this, because since you coming for watching a Salesforce video, this is a basics that you're already aware of. So let me move on to the next step. Now, guys, very first thing, as I told you, when I update this one, right? So here two things we have to follow before: insert, comma, before update. Now with that only you have to start. And for time being, let me keep this comment, cut down this comment below. Ah, now what will happen before insert and before update? This is a code. Now assume that if my trigger will fire when my trigger will fire is before, and at the same time it should be is update. Basically, is before and is update, these two were nothing but a boolean fields. Okay. So if both of them true, okay, and means if this one is also true, you can also call this as true and false as 1 and 0. So true and means nothing but multiplication. And again, this one is update is true. Means 1 multiplied by 1, obviously result is 1. This is this is the basic funda. So here what I'm doing, if before, if in trigger is before is true, means before you before you insert anything, okay, this will fire. At the same time, before update, if this one is true, means before updating anything, this one will fire. Okay. Now next step, guys. And guys, sorry for the noise. If some noise is coming from outside, I can't help on that. Okay. Now moving on, this condition will done. Now what we have to do, now we need to do iteration, or I can say we need to pass a loop. So now we need to use a, which one, sir? It should be for loop. Totally no. This one will be for each loop. So here what I'm doing in this one, in this for each loop, okay. First one for the old trigger, okay. So here it should be account a dot trigger dot old. Now this is for the outermost, okay. Inside that I need to pass second for loop for new trigger. Now second for loop for new trigger. In this new trigger, again the same thing. Let me just paste it. Sorry, not this one. Same for loop like this. Just copy. Yeah, paste. Hmm. Now guys, here it should not be a. Obviously, one variable I already assigned a. So this time I keep the name as ACC. Okay, and it's new. So basically here what I'm doing, this variable a holding old trigger. Similar way, the variable ACC, holding new trigger. Okay. Now, once all this set, next step, what I have to do is I just make a simple condition, guys. So here, if first thing I need to map is an ID. So what will I do? Okay, why ID, sir? Why? Because in Salesforce, everything works in a form of an ID. If you just pass an ID in URL, okay, then you automatically able to see the record. That is why ID is mandatory. So keeping that in mind, hmm, keeping keeping that in mind, what I need to do here, my old record ID, that is a dot ID, yeah, ID should be equal to my new record dot ID. Okay, clear? This is one thing. And again, as I told you, this is a condition where we need to perform an operation of AND. Why? Because here, where was the question? Yeah, count will increment whenever account name is changed, right? So here, this is just mapping an ID. Nowhere I mentioned about name. So what will I do? Now here I mentioned about name as well. So if my old account dot name not equal to my new account dot name, then this action will take place. Okay, fine. Now the guys, here just one last step I have to do, and for that first I need to make a field. So let me go here and go for my account object. It's a bit slow, what to say. Okay, finally sound great. So here I go, I create one field, a number field. Okay, what's the name I should give? Let me show you. Already here I given one name, right? Count field is. So I just keep copy this one only. I keep. So this is should be my number field, and it should be in number format here. Yeah, number. Copy this one, and here, bro. I'm sorry. Here in default value, you should give 0. Why? Because from where count will start, that you need to set. So should default value is 0. Okay. Again, let me take one more step next and save it. All set. Yeah. Now let me open the account. Okay. Let me go for this account name as ABC. Let me erase this all. Okay. Hmm. Or maybe this account. Okay. Now the field name what I typed, let me search that one. Okay. You can see guys the count field, right? Now based on this field only, now I'm going to put the logic. So here my new account, again, if my old account ID and new account ID will be the same, and if my old account name will not be equal to new account name, then only in my new account dot that count, mm, dot, mm, second, let me go here in the accounts, click it. Sometime if you get some kind this kind of difficulties, no worries, just go for that particular object and check that field name. So okay, yeah, counts. Go here, type that one. Yes, this is the field. So let me copy this account equal to my new account dot this field name plus one. That's it. Let me save it. Okay, means all set, it's done. So let me check this one in this one any existing account. So this is my, not here, yeah, again anyone I can take. I will take this ABC only. Fine. Now in this account, let me go for this detail page. Let me go for search bar first and type this. Okay, yeah, this is a field. Now here you see it's empty, right? Now let me change the name. Okay, where is that? Um, Yeah, here's the name field. So instead of ABC, I will keep this name as XYZ. Okay, some error, counting exception before update, system null pointer exception, dereference, null object. Okay, no issues. Let me check what's the problem. Hmm. Line number 10. Let me change into classic first. Okay. Apex trigger containing unexpected exceptions. Okay, before update, system null pointer exception. Fine, no issues. What you can do here, if that will be the case, you can keep that in try and catch block as well. Try. System dot debug plus e dot get message. Okay. Save it. Okay, guys, just a small logical mistake here actually. It should be here, should be old account equal to new account. Okay, and old account name should not be equal to new account name. That was the condition. Let me save it. I think missing line number 14. Okay, 14. And I think now you can remove this one, it's better. And even this catch block. Some additional, okay, one extra. Let me save it. Okay. Testing for triggers. Okay, I save this account. Here my field count is 0. Now I change the name. Instead of testing of trigger, I just add testing of trigger 1. So probably count will be increased by 1. Yes guys, you can see it is working. Okay, let me keep it 2. So I'm sorry, let me keep the name as 2 here. And let me save again. Okay guys, as you can see, this field every time while changing name, it is performing the action. Means the trigger I wrote is perfectly working. One more time, I will just test. Oh. So guys, you can see 3 times I changed the name, 3 times it got incremented. Means trigger is working perfectly. Now this is one thing. Based on triggers, sometimes you have to write test classes as well. So this is second thing. Now I need to write a test class. So just a apex trigger, apex test class. Okay. What will I do? First thing I do an annotation. Annotation is test. This is by default annotation that we have to give. Okay. Later on, just simple public static void void, and yes, here test method, and any name. Maybe I will give I trigger test. Okay. So this is the basic funda how you should write a test class. First thing, write for any class, give this annotation. Okay. After that, it should be public static, then test method, then void, and whatever the method you want to keep. Now let me go and just try to do some testing. So let me create one account, object of an account, I'm sorry, account A equal new account. Okay. Now in this I give some name. So A dot name equal, I will give Vikas Kumar. And now I will insert this account. Now our task was that whenever the account will get update, then the trigger, whenever the account name change, the trigger will get update, right? So let me copy this as it is and just paste it down. And this time it should be update. And here instead of Vikas Kumar, I will keep the name as Kumar Tech 7.0. Okay. So this is my test class. Now I need to test whether this test class is properly working or not. How I can do that, sir? So here's the option, you can see go test. Let me click on this one. Okay, now let me click here and check the test coverage. What is showing? 100%. See, 100%. If you want one more way whether it's working or not, go to the this option test. Just check this one. The time is 6:44, right? The same time. So here you can see this green tick means it is 100% working, and you can see here as well. So means yes, this program is this test class is 100% passed. Now technically speaking, once this trigger and this test class, and yes guys, one more important thing, this trigger is just a logic I wrote. Basically this should be, keep inside one trigger handler class. In my next videos I will explain you about that trigger handler class and how to write that one. So till then, if you write that trigger inside trigger handler class and you can deploy it to the main production, then it will be quite easy. So this is the complete scenario, and again this is one interview question. So keeping that in mind only, i I explained this video. Now guys, as I know YouTube banned my comments, till now my comments section is not enabled. I don't know why, and even I don't know when it got enabled. I'm just pasting my Instagram link, where if you have any query, you have any idea, or you have any kind of real-time business scenario which you would like to share with me, so you all are welcome on that. Okay. So after this video, if you like, kindly give a thumbs up, because it's really plays a big motivation for me. Okay. And with that, this is Vikas Kumar signing off. Thank you guys.